Hello students, good evening. Welcome to Magic of Max. In 9th class, first chapter we are going to see, that is number system. You have been studying numbers from the LKG. Whenever you see any objects, counting starts from 1, naturally starts from 1. Therefore, the natural numbers are 1, 2, 3 and so on. The set of natural numbers is denoted by capital N. When you add 0 together with natural numbers, then we will get whole numbers. Therefore, the whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. The set of whole numbers is denoted by W. Third number system is the positive and negative numbers, that is known as set of integers. The set of integers are -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Left side also it will go indefinitely, right side also it will go indefinitely. Now, rational number you have studied in class 8th. If any number written in the form P divided by Q, numerator by denominator, Q not equal to 0, P and Q are integers. Q should not be 0, P and Q are integers, is called a rational number. The set of rational numbers is denoted by Q. Q means quotient. Quotient means in the form of ratio. That is why the set of rational number is denoted by Q. Then every rational number can be written in decimal form. If the decimal representation of rational number is either terminating or recurring. For example, 2 divided by 5. In 2, 5 will not go, therefore point, then 20, 5 fours are 20. It is terminated after one decimal place, therefore it is called a 2 by 5. It is a terminating decimal. Now 10 divided by 3. 3 3s are 9, remainder 1, again 0, 3.333 will be going on, repeating. Therefore, whenever repetition is there, we will write it as that 3 is repeating. Therefore, above 3 we will put bar, line. Therefore, 3.3 bar, that is recurring decimal. Every decimal representation is either terminating or recurring in a rational number. Now, let us go to the exercise 1.1. Write 0 in P by Q form where P and Q are integers, Q not equal to 0. Every number can be written as with denominator 1. Any number. Therefore, 0 can be written as 0 by 1. 0 and 1 are integers. Therefore, 0 is a rational number. Now, general result. Every integer is a rational number. Now, let us move on to question number 2. We have in between 3 and 4, we have to find 6 rational numbers. Therefore, it can be done in 2 ways. The easiest way is what we have studied in class 8th. 3 can be written as 3 by 1. Now, between 3 and 4, there are no natural number. Therefore, multiply by a common number 8 or 10, any number what you like. It is not necessary that only by 8. Therefore, we are multiplying divided by 8. 3 8s are 24, 1 8s are 8. Now, 4 can be written as 4 by 1, multiplying the same number. We want to make the same denominator. Therefore, 1 into 8 is 8, 4 8s are 32. Now, between 24 and 32, around 7 natural numbers are there. We will take any 6. According to your wish, you can take out of 7, you can take any 6. I have written 25 by 8, 26 by 8, 27 by 8, 28 by 8 I did not write, 29 by 8, 30 by 8 and 31 by 8. These are the 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. If you, suppose the answer will not be unique. If somebody has multiplied by 3 by 1 into 100 by 100 means answer will be little different. Therefore, in general result, between A and B we can find infinitely many rational numbers. This is only easiest method. Other method is, now if you want to find a rational number between A and B, A plus B divided by 2. A plus B divided by 2. Then we have to take A and A plus B divided by 2. Then we have to find the adding those two numbers divided by 2. Kept on adding and dividing by 2, you will get another rational number. How many rational numbers we want, we can find out. Now question number 3. In between 3 and 5, 3 by 5 and 4 by 5, find 5 rational numbers. Now same denominator, between 3 and 4 there is no natural number. Therefore, to make it a fraction big, multiply the numerator and denominator by 10. Therefore 30 by 50, here 40 by 50. Between 30 and 40, around 9 numbers are there. We can take any 5. We can take any 5. That is I have written. Now let us move on to question number 4. Whether the following statements are true or false, give reasons for your answer. Every natural number is a whole number. Yes, it is true. Natural number is a part of whole number, therefore it is true. Second one, every integer is a whole number. The integer is a bigger set, therefore it is false. False means you have to give an example. Minus 3 is an integer. Minus 3 is an integer, but minus 3 is not a whole number. Now third division, every rational number is a whole number. It is also false. Rational number is a very big number, a big set, and whole number is a small. Therefore, it is false. 2 by 3 is a rational number, but 2 by 3 is not a whole number. Whenever false is there, we have to give example. Now, let us talk about new number system. Let us talk about new number system. Irrational number. Up to rational number you have studied up to class 8th. The new number system we are going to study irrational number. A number which cannot be written in the form p by q, q not equal to 0, p and q are integers is called irrational number. Root 2, square root of 2. When you are finding root 2, it will be decimal you will get, and it will be neither terminating nor recurring. Root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, root 11, root 15, and kept on we can tell. Infinitely many irrational numbers we can tell. In general, nth root of x is not equal to rational where x is any rational number. Then such numbers are known as irrational number. Irrational means not rational, which cannot be written in the form p by q. Yeah, another definition we can say, a decimal representation which is neither terminating nor recurring is also known as irrational number. A decimal representation which is neither terminating nor recurring is also known as irrational number. For example, 0.1. Here 1 0, then 1 followed by 2 zeros, 1 followed by 3 zeros, 1 followed by 4 zeros, 1 followed by 5 zeros. It will be kept on going. It is neither terminating nor recurring. Such decimal representation is known as irrational number. Now 3.14, first 1 2, then after 1 4, 2 times 2, after 1 4, 3 times 2, after 1 4, 4 times 2, then it will be going on, endlessly will be going on. This is neither terminating nor recurring. Now 0.50, 1, then 2 zeros 1, then 3 zeros 1, 4 zeros 1, 5 zeros 1. The same pattern will be going on, endlessly will be going on. Just like a natural number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, till how much we can tell, we kept on going only. Now let us see how to represent irrational number on a number line. Locate root 2 on a number line. For the sake of neatness, we will take one unit equal to either 3 centimeter or 5 centimeter. I feel 5 centimeter is better. Therefore, using 5 centimeter you can draw. Now consider a square OABC with each side 1 unit length. In a square, all sides are equal. You draw a rough diagram for a square. Take OA equal to 5 centimeter and AB is also 5 centimeter, BC also 5 centimeter and OC also 5 centimeter. Then using Pythagoras theorem, 5 centimeter you are taking as 1 unit. That is why I did not mention centimeter. Pythagoras theorem, you know that in a right angle triangle, square of the hypotenuse equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. Therefore, OB square equal to OA square plus AB square. 1 square plus 1 square. Therefore, OB square equal to 2. OB equal to square root of 2. Now, how to construct a number line? First, draw a number line. Mark one, middle mark 0. Then, take 1 unit as 3 centimeter. For neat diagram means 5 centimeter or 3 centimeter. Then, in place of 0, you take it as the point O. In place of 1, you take the mark the point as A. At A, draw 90 degree. Name it the ray as AX. Then using compass, after drawing 90 degree, using compass, keep the compass at A. Take 1 centimeter, 1 unit length as radius. Cut the ray at B. Find AB equal to 1 unit. This also 1 unit, this also 1 unit. After that, join OB. Join OB. After joining OB, with O as center, OB length as radius, draw an arc. It will meet the number line between 1 and 2. The P represents, the point P represents root 2. The point P represents root 2. Similarly, now we are going to locate root 3 on the number line. First, whatever the construction we have drawn, root 2, the same construction you complete it. Then after that, you first construct root 2 as we did earlier in the question number 1. Then, see the below diagram given below. At the point B, construct 90 degree such that angle OBD equal to 90 degree and BD equal to 90 degree such that OBD equal to 90 degree and BD equal to 1 unit. BD equal to 1 unit. Then by Pythagoras theorem, OD square equal to OB square plus BD square. Already we have constructed OB as root 2. OB as root 2. Therefore, root 2 square is 2. 1 square is 1 ones are 1, 3. Therefore, OD equal to root 3. Now, using a compass with center O and radius OD. This radius OD. This will be root 2. With OD as radius, draw an arc. Draw an arc which intersects the number line at the point Q. Then Q represents root 3. First we have to construct root 2, what we have done in the earlier question. Then up to P, this will be root 2. Therefore, we know OB equal to root 2. At B, you draw 90 degree one line. Take, keep the compass at B. 1 unit length, then cut the point D. Find the point D. Then join OD. Root 2 square is 2, 1 square is 1. Therefore, OD will be root 3. Now, OD is not on the number line. OD is not on the number line. Therefore, keeping O as center, OD as radius, draw the arc. It will meet the number line at Q. That Q is root 3. Now, already you know what do you mean by rational number. Now you have studied irrational number. If you are joining both numbers, the collection of all rational numbers and irrational numbers is known as real number. As real number start with letter R, which is denoted by R. Therefore, real number is classified into two type of numbers. One is rational number, another one is irrational number. Real number means either it will be rational or irrational. For example, in our day-to-day life, if a student means the student may be a boy or girl, like that. Okay, rational number and irrational number. If it is a rational number, it won't be a irrational number. If it is an irrational number, it won't be a rational number. Only either rational or irrational. Now exercise 1.2. Every irrational number is a real number. Y means irrational number is a part of real number. Every irrational number is a real number. True. It is a part of real number. Second one. Every point on the number line is of the form root m, where m is a natural number. Yes, every point on the number line represents a real number. Therefore, it is true. It is true. Since every number is represented by a unique point on the number line. Now, third one. Every real number is an irrational number. It is false. Every real number can be rational number also. Therefore, it need not be irrational only. It can be rational also. False. Real number can be rational also. Suppose for example, 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is a rational number. Is a rational number. But 2 by 3 is not a irrational number. Irrational number. Question number 2. Are the square roots of all positive integers irrational? Answer is no. Why it is no means? Example. We know root of 16 is 4. 4 fours are 16. 4 can be written as 4 by 1. 4 by 1 is a rational number. The question is irrational. Therefore, 4 by 1 is rational, which is not irrational. Similarly, 36. 6 6 are 36. Therefore, 6 can be written as 6 by 1 rational. Therefore, all perfect squares means 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, such numbers all are rationals. It won't be irrational. Okay, today the class we will finish it up here. Next class we will see in the next video. Till that, bye. Thank you.